decided to go on with my studies in civil engineering because in general, I loved buildings. I was always curious about architecture and how they would work. And it was something that was very much of interest to me. And it's something that even came maybe from my parents. And we would always travel around Europe, and we would not go for the touristy places, but we would go and look at the interesting cities. And we were not the family that went just 1 week to the beach. We would go and visit cities. And then my curiosity led me to civil engineering, and the decision to go to go forward and follow the path to a PhD was fundamentally made because I liked research. I had very small experience during my master thesis, and there was this opportunity which opened up. I applied, I won, I came to Portugal, everything very strange and different. But then, then I liked it, and we went from there. The beginning, I would say, like for example, I can make some examples. Is when I arrived here. Okay, even at university, I'm not sure about your countries. In Italy, where I'm from, University of Parma. Of course, women were a minority in engineering. Okay, civil engineering, even a minority even there. Other types of engineering even more. And there was always this, it's always a very masculine word, if you want. Well, like, just as a stupid example, when you take out the stupid, just as an example is we would like go, how can I say, would you give me a second? Even when we talked with our friends, even when we went out, it was very much rough playing, if you want, with the guys, and a lot of swearing, and it was just as an example, like at a very low level. Then coming to Portugal for the PhD, for example, I had to do a very big experimental campaign, and what I can tell you is at the beginning, in the lab, they would say, "Oh, it's a girl. Let's help her out. She cannot manage, poor thing." But then, okay, then once they get to know you, have to admit that, okay, I understand. Okay, she can do it. She in the end, there's not that much difference from the guys. So I did not like to take advantage of the fact that, okay, she's the woman. Let's help her out. I always was the one doing the physical work. Look, I've had experiences in Italy, in Portugal, and in the UK. I would say, but then at different levels, because I'm talking undergraduate, PhD, and then postdoc, and the postdoc in the UK. It's different when you're a student because you're just a lowly student, and then when you're already in the academic path, it's a bit different. There is a bit more, a bit more respect. But in general, in Europe, I believe there's not a lot of difference in how they treat you. I believe probably we would find something in different continents. No. Okay. From that point of view, they are excellent. Give you an example of when I first came to Portugal, like when you go and meet, well, first of all, I'm not understanding this Portuguese thing that you have to kiss everybody, but okay. But then also when you go and shake their hand, they do not take the whole hand, they just take part of it if it's limp. And it's like, why? Like talking, it's more like they try to talk with you in a more polite way without swearing. Like they had to know me very, very well before saying, okay, we can treat her as if it was anybody else. But yes, like they see you as a more fragile thing, maybe. Much academia in the industry is actually the mentality, because okay, I'm single, I'm living alone, I don't have any responsibilities, but I'm seeing all of my friends who are married with kids. They, even if they are the researchers, they are working, but they have to take care of the house, they have to take care of the kids, which does not make sense to me. Why don't they yet still have the, what do they have that mentality yet that they have to share their responsibilities? Because I was actually I was talking with a friend of mine just 2 or 3 weeks ago, because we were talking about it, and she said, okay, I have to give classes online, do this, do that, and then I also have to take care of my kid because she's home from school. The father does nothing. Why? There's still this patriarchal culture here, but it's not only here. And the woman has to do everything. I mean, in industry, it doesn't make sense for women to do the same job and gain less. It's not my experience, because with the contracts that we have in research, at that level it's that, and then it changes if you have family and so on. But I do not have experience on that. I know that there are differences, that it does not make sense to have different salaries. I can tell you, my sister has a different salary from her male colleagues. Why? If I want to go on with my career, I'm aware that right now I cannot afford to have a family, for example. Women have to take such a choice. Okay, for me, it was something that I knew since I never particularly wanted a family, but there are some people who make that choice just because they cannot afford it for their career. also sad that